Greetings, Marsh here, and welcome to episode 38 of my modded Factorio playthrough. Alright, at this point, I think we need to start thinking about trying to be more efficient with our iron, at least with steel. Because this is super inefficient, so let's cut this off for now. Let them complete. We should have access to advanced steel smelting now. Yes. We could already make the ingots, but we needed green science packs in order to research actually turning it into plates. So let's research that. And it's going to take... Let's see, where's the recipe? Alright, it's going to take 6 steel ingots. Or it's going to take 24 iron ingots to make 6 steel. So that's 4 to 1. And that's a better ratio than when we get just by smelting them directly. It's 5 to 1, so we can get a 25% increase there. And that's really worthwhile. That's a very quick thing we can do. And to do it, all we need is iron ingots and oxygen. Now, ideally, we would do it like up here, since this is where the iron ingots are. But it's already kind of busy up here. There's already a lot going on. And it really wouldn't be that difficult just to bust some ingots down and just take care of it right here. So let's try to do that. So let's cut this off and basically remove this whole setup. Alright, cleared out. So, if you look at the recipe, it's 24 iron ingots to 6 steel, and it takes 4 seconds. And it also takes 4 seconds to make 24 iron ingots. So what that essentially means is it's a ratio of 4 to 1. So you have to have 4 iron blast furnaces just to power 1 steel blast furnace. Now, technically, we only have 1 iron furnace. These ones are here just for inserter limitations, and we'll soon get rid of them by replacing them with blues. Actually, we should do that now just to save on resources, so sure, why not? But what I was saying is that there's no way we're going to have this balanced. Because to have 1 steel furnace balanced, we would need, 4 of these. And to have 4 of those running, we'd have to have... like, I don't know, like 12 ore sorters? Like, a lot. Way expanding, and we just don't need to consume that much steel right now. So, it's not something worth worrying about. Let's see, we need to cut it off right there. We do, however, need the slag catcher to still be there. But I don't want it to be... Yeah, I'll be lazy. Why not? I'll just leave it here, even though it's just gonna... Well, that's not gonna work properly. It has to be. It has to be up there on that last spot. Because it needs to pick up any slags that make it all the way to the back. Alright, we need to replace all of these with blues, I believe, because we need to do it at 6 per second. No, that's actually 3. We need 3 blues. So we can get rid of this and that guy. If we have 3 on the in, we need 3 on the out. Yeah, let's make it look kind of symmetrical. Let's put all this in here so it disappears. It seems balanced. It's moving. Okay. Let's do the same with the tin and lead smelting. First of all, these chests full. Yep. Full inventory. Chest number 2 of slag. Yeah, we definitely need to clear some of this inventory out. But some of this stuff is useful, though. A lot of it's useful. There's a couple things we can get rid of. That one's empty already. So is that one. And that one. Alright, that's good. Now let's remove these machines. Just pick it all up for now, I guess. Replace those lights later. Sulfur dioxide's filling up, but it's not completely full yet, so we're alright there. And we're full. On all sorts of things. Alright, let's replace these lights. That one's gonna be tricky, let's just put it there. Alright, let's make some fast inserters. Alright. Yeah, I'll just throw them in there. Yeah, and all those are full, so that's kind of a problem. Alright, that works. Yeah, it's looking good. Okay. Now that's taken care of. Back to before I got distracted. We were going to do some steel smelting down here. And let's copy one of these setups here. Let's do it. This one, I guess. Boom. And let's put it probably like down here. It's gonna be a little different. Alright, let's make the machines. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And since this is a new setup, let's replace all these inserters with fast inserters. Even though one red inserter is fine here, we should do a fast inserter because they function as chests. So in the event where we're consuming more than 6 plates per second and these are filled up, they will actually make the belt fill up much faster than 6 plates per second until they've been emptied. So there is an advantage to that. And let's change all these over to steel. And again, this is in no way going to be filled up. And in fact, I probably can get away with not having, 6 of these, but I like to have perfect ratios, so let's do direct insertion for this one. Let's see, I think it's 3 in and 3 out, but since it's hard to split them between these two machines, we'll probably have to do 2 inserters for each machine here. 1, 2, 3. Set that to steel ingots. And then let's do 1, 2, 3. Let's get some power poles in here. Alright, and some lights would be nice. Alright, get a yellow inserter for fuel. Could probably get rid of that. Just do a splitter right here. And now we need to get the ingots down here. This might be slightly cleaner if we put the coal in through here. Because then this could be our ingot line. Can do this a little cleaner. Okay. Got a little bit more to take care of here. Now this next part's gonna be a little tricky because we have to figure out what's the best way to deal with these ingots. Now right here, we split them off because if we didn't, all of the copper was going to get sucked into this machine and then into these chests because we're in copper overload mode. However, we are not in iron overload mode, so we want to set this up kind of as a priority belt setup. So how we can do that is by making... let's take care of that. By making these iron induction furnaces the first machine that gets access to ingots, and any ingots that make it past go down to get turned into steel. And we're going to need to kind of move this stuff around a little bit to make this work. So it's a little weird how it kind of zigzags, but there's a reason for it. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. There we go. And then the ingots are going to make it down. And the last thing we need to take care of for steel ingots is some oxygen. Where would be the best way to get oxygen down here? Probably to keep it moving from here. Well, let's make a bunch of undergrounds and go from there. Is this going to reach? No, I'll space it one more over so it'll reach. Alright, let's go over here. Then along here. There we go. And with this oxygen, this thing should fire up. Looks like the ratio is different. I thought it was 1-to-1, but it doesn't appear like it is. Let's see. Yeah, this thing's only putting out 6 steel ingots, but these are waiting for... it's probably 1 to 2. They're probably taking 12 steel ingots per second, so I need to have 4 of these. So this ratio is a little off. Well, I could change it, but I'm trying to think if there's an easy way to do it. There probably is. Yeah, there probably is. Just do this. Just get rid of this side altogether. Yeah, something like that, probably. Simple and easy. It doesn't look very nice, but it's on a very small scale, so it's okay. Yeah. Yeah, the ratio's off, so to power 2 of these induction furnaces, we need 4 blast furnaces. But this one furnace is taking the full output, so when I stated before, it would be 1 steel ingot furnace to 4 iron ingot furnaces. It's actually looks like 4 iron ingot furnaces to 4 steel furnaces, and then to 2 induction furnaces and 6 casting machines. So that's a little off, but yeah, this seems like this is running a lot better. Just trying to think of a slightly better way to do it. I mean, I can put a second machine here. I mean, it seems to be taking the output pretty well. I'm wondering if it's just going through a backlog, though. It seems to be keeping up pretty much at an exact pace. I think we could improve this ratio a little bit, since this is an ideal ratio here. Alright, let's... this is going to be a bit of a Frankenstein setup here, but let's go for it. I love me some Frankenstein. Okay. Trying to think of the best way to go about it. Yeah, like that. Pick this guy up. Yes, this will work. Put this one here. Make these both do steel. Rotate the steel in the center. Boom, boom. And the same number of ins as outs. 1, 2, 2. Alright, let's take care of these stone pipes here. Oh, it doesn't reach. Let's see, and these need fuel. Didn't really think of that. Yeah, we can do it with long-handed inserters. You see how much quickly we're producing steel compared to before, that these are like filling up completely. Okay, so it looks like we need one more blue inserter here for this to work. We do need our 3 ins. And then we need our long-handed inserter for the fuel. Put the last power pole over there so everything reaches. There we go. You can see how now that we've gone through the backlog that it's not making it to this back machine anymore. Okay, that's definitely running at a good speed. Okay, that was a little rough. Not particularly proud of that, but we made it. We accomplished the goal. We're making steel now. And luckily that's not too much. It's only 3 machines. That's actually pretty good, where we won't have like a huge amount of our resources stuck in steel right here. So that's good. Our patches, see how much faster the patch is going down? 217? Like, that's how quickly the steel just sucks it up. So it's something you need to be very cautious of. Speaking of the miners, are any miners empty? That one is. It looks like we're full on hydrogen. So we need to have another container. We do need to get to barreling it, but barrels take a lot of steel, so I want to wait on that. Alright, empty. And empty. Yep, we are still on a clock, absolutely. Because we've already used, you know, we're approaching 15% or 20% of the patch has already been consumed. So we can't be wasteful. See, I'll replace all these machines with the higher quality ones, even though we're not doing any mining. You know, we might as well since they're sitting here. See, how are we doing on power? Excellent. It's like, oh, out of fuel? Is that, oh, it's not going far enough. Can take care of that easy enough. Looks like this is almost completely full. We can throw our red inserters in here since they're basically junk at this point. We're very rarely going to use them. There's really no reason. We're pretty much always going to use the blues at this point unless we just don't need to move that many products per second, and then we would use reds, but it's not something we need to carry around, especially because we're going to be replacing things as we pick them up, and right now we have 819 long-handed inserters, so we definitely are going to have an overload of red inserters before too long. However, one thing I did forget to do is to replace the slag picker-upper right here. Let's put a fast inserter in there, just in case. And I'll just put one output one at this point. Seems like we didn't need 2. And I think we needed some lights, because I'm not seeing any here. It looks like we're finally filling up on this. Although I am noticing a problem. It's not moving quite as fast as it could because of this balancing issue, so I can fix that real quick. There we go. Now it's running at full power. Looks like we're filling up on iron again. It looks like we're doing pretty good here. Not entirely proud of this iron or the steel setup. It wasn't the cleanest thing in the world, but it's also not that important because our iron output is so limited anyway that we could never have hoped to max this thing out. But at least it's less machines there and less storage chests for things, so it's good enough. At some point we're going to centralize all of these ingot production, and it's going to be done way out here somewhere, or there, somewhere else. Right now, all of this stuff is just kind of piecemeal together just to give us the resources we need to expand our factory. And at this point, I think we need to work on kind of mass producing the things we're going to need. Things like inserters and belts and that sort of thing, and kind of crank out the science and start researching the technologies we need. But unfortunately, that's going to have to wait until the next episode. So I will see you later.